Yeah, but I had to kick my family out, so uh, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Let me just make sure. As you can see, my lighting has decided that today it's going to give me a bit of a problem, but we're here, guys. I'm going to push through. Um, you know what? It's fine. Let's just switch it off. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy. I don't think I'm going to enjoy. Can't enjoy this match. Watching Sundowns en route to winning again. I don't think I can enjoy. I don't think I can enjoy properly. Hopefully, we see a bit of competition. Yeah, Rulani is trying his things. Let's hope that they're gonna do badly. Let me just make sure I'm live on Facebook too. Apologies for the lighting, guys. It seems as though there's some issues here. But I'm just gonna push through with it. Okay. We finally get to see. Questions have been asked. Rulani has been a very big chat over the past few days, even on my show. So we're going to get to see whether he can live up to everything. I've got the starting lineup scrolling there on the screen. Let me do this. I think that will help. I got the starting lineups there on the screen, so then we'll see how that goes. Sekhukhune starting out strong. Look, the coach said before this game started that they're going to be going strong. They're going to be going hard at it. They're going to try assert their dominance from the beginning. So we'll see what happens. Let me read some of these comments. Good to see. Hope you'll enjoy. Sekhukhune lineup is very solid. Very, very solid. Oh, crossing from Sekhukhune, gathered up by Uronwen. They've started on the front foot. I hit my supper in advance just in case. We must give Sundowns the league they already won it. I see danger tonight. Sekhukhune is winning this one. Okay. So as I was saying, this is the litmus test for Urulani. All the talk that has happened, speaking about him and whether he's going to be a great coach, whether he is a great coach, whether he was more involved behind the scenes than maybe we give him credit for. All of that stops now. We get to watch it and see how that's going to go. Oh, Ronwin mistake. Oh, Ronwin Williams trying to play it out. Misplaced pass. Sekhukhune took a shot, but then Hizu took a shot, but then it's gone wide. No. You can't watch on here, guys. Come on. We know the rules. Misplaced pass. Wow, straight at the keeper, my guy. Straight at the keeper. Where's Agent 007? Ziao. We must just give Sundowns a lead. Okay, let's see. And easy win for Sundowns, 3-0. We'll see how that's going to pan out. 2 minutes in, Cardoso is captain on that side. Remember, Cardoso famously came out and said the Chiefs won't win anything with youngsters. Captain of Sekhukhune, who had to change kit sponsors because Kappa decided to put all of the corner in, cleared by Downs. Let's see, they're going to try play it out. The wrong run. They're going with Macron, a French company, jumping from Kappa because Kappa decided to give us everything. Too much Onana. It's too much Onana. He's playing too much like Onana right now. He's playing too much like Onana. My hasty strikers. They can't finish, guys. They can't finish. Our strikers they don't have composure. I said last week that, a few days ago that Wawano Predwina has composure that I wish our soccer players had over here in the PSL. It's been a quiet start for Sundowns. Look, Oh, there we go. Playing the ball. Play it back. Oh, no. It's been a quiet start for them. Sekhukhune has been the aggressors in the first few minutes. I don't know if it's just a tactic for them to just, Mukocha goes down. Free kick. I don't know if it's a tactic for them to just, take it easy. They're building from the back. Williams fumbling. Exactly. No composure. I said the same thing about Machai and her composure. Yeah, they're building from the back. That's great. But it hasn't looked very, oh, there we go. There's a chance. There's the chance. Overplayed. Tried to play it through there. Oh, is it a corner? Okay, corner. I'll come back for halftime analysis. This one needs to be focused. You want to watch your team full out, agent? You want to watch them full out? Let's see. Corner to Sundowns. First corner of the game. Well, is 1-1. First corner for Sundowns. They played short. Bring it back long. Oh, okay. Something from the training ground. Something from the training ground. What do you guys think is going to happen this season? I mean, Sundowns obviously is the perennial favorite. Every season, they're favorites to win this game, but to win the league. But it is Rulani's first season as head coach fully. They've made some changes in the background. They've let go of some players. Abomailula. Do we think that Rulani's got something to do here? Is he gonna carry on the winning tradition of Sundowns and extend the record? Very patient build-up. Very, very patient. They're not rushing. Granted, it's 5 minutes in, but they're not rushing it at all. Sekhukhune have sort of settled down. They came out swinging, but they've sort of settled down. Maraketa, you can't necessarily see those attacking patterns just yet. I think they've been very focused on not losing the ball so far. So we can't exactly say that, they've been good. A bunch of wayward passes also that have allowed Sekhukhune to win the ball back. I think Sekhukhune was trying to smash and grab a goal early, but now they've slowed down and they're relaxed. But Mokwena's not playing centre-back, guys. You guys said Mokwena's playing centre-back. He's not playing centre-back. Not impressed with Sundowns so far. Look, at the end of the day, it's 6 minutes in. I think they're very much feeling out the opposition. I think maybe 10 minutes, they'll just relax, keep it flowing. But not necessarily be too aggressive. You don't want to get caught out in your first match. Like, you don't want to be punched in the face first match in. Oh, Sekhukhune. They lost the ball in the middle. Ups and downs goes, progressing the ball. Ooh, attempted pass there. Yeah, King T, I agree. It's still early. It's still too early to really be saying too much. But what I can say is Sekhukhune came out swinging and Sundowns absorbed a lot of that pressure. But now it seems like Sekhukhune has gone into a more conservative setup. They're not really pushing and pressing as much as they were in the beginning. So I think they just came in to punch people in the mouth and see if they can't get something early. Oh, there we go. Wing play. A lot has been said, guys. Everybody was speaking about this Sekhukhune team and saying that this Sekhukhune is going to be one of the people to watch, one of the guys to watch. But action, guys. So far, it's been very subdued. Well drilled, very well drilled, the Sundown side. You can tell by how they're moving the ball around. Oh, high ball. Shot. Aye. Mkwena. Player of the season. No, guys. Don't make the Pirates fans have a reason to have to call for Saleng again. Oh no, can't flip the camera. Unlucky. Again, Humbulani. Copyright issues, man. Copyright issues. I was just praising from how they played from the corner, guys. You could see its rehearsed patterns. Yeah, it's very rehearsed. Look, the one thing Sundowns is going to be is ready. I don't think there's a team in the league that is going to be any more ready than Sundowns. In terms of their play, in terms of how they coached and all of that stuff. So I'm not expecting any less from them. I'm just saying that currently nothing of the rehearsed stuff has worked yet. You know, you can tell that they're trying to see if they can't play it wide. Oh, what? They're seeing if they can't play it wide and try catch teams off with long balls. Currently, I've seen that Ronwen Williams has been told basically to bypass that centre-back pairing. When he gets the ball, he looks to try get it to the left or right back as quickly as possible. Guys, where's Brendan Trutter? I saw even during the pre-match when SuperSport was talking to them, he wasn't there. What's happening there? Does anybody know where he's been? Mukwena had enough space to play 2 touches. Yeah, it has to be a penalty. It's a penalty. Yes, it's a penalty. There we go. Action. Handball by Sekhukhune. Oh, let's see Shalulile. Oh, Mbulani, my 2-year-old is watching Paw Patrol. Ha! Now I kicked them out, bruh. My wife and my son are somewhere, fun company, something. I wanted to watch this game, fully watch this game, man. I couldn't have Abu Coco Melon in the background. Penalty to Sundowns. 10 minutes 52. Shalulila looks to score this one. Put it past the keeper. Let's see what he does. See if he can get his campaign off and running. There we go. 1-0. 1-0. And so it begins. Now it gets interesting. Now the match gets interesting. And the reason why it's going to get interesting is because now we see whether Sekhukhune is going to come in with a confident approach. We're going to see. Oh, there we go. Rulani speaking to Ronwen. He's coaching Ronwen. I think he's addressing the thing that I just spoke about. But in any case, now we get to see how aggressive Sekhukhune is going to be. The coach said that he's coming into this match wanting to push and be aggressive. So we'll see how they react and respond to this. But usually what tends to happen is that Sundowns gets off and running and they stay running. And they try and make it even more. Too early for mistakes. Where is VAR? I get about it. VAR is too expensive. The PSL has been crying about VAR, saying that it's expensive, and they've been looking into options, but of the options they've found, they can't see one that will work. I've always said that the VAR thing is very easy, guys. SuperSport already has 20 plus cameras over there. We get to watch replays and things of fouls, of everything. Whatever happens in the game, we get to watch it just by having Wadi Compact. So surely they could speak to SuperSport and say, guys, multi-choice, give us a feed that just shows us the replays. So when called upon, it shows the replays, even if you put a TV, a normal TV on the screen and on the ground and let the ref look at it. But I guess they don't want to do that. I guess they want to make it more expensive. Like I said before, guys, with the PSL, sometimes you don't have to go to the last number thing to try and figure out VAR or whatever. We already have very good, competent cameramen and men and women at every single match. SuperSport covers every single match. So just ask them for a feed. It's already there. First scorer of the season, Jima messed up. Unlucky Jima. I think it's expensive, is paying the VAR penalty every game. That's why I'm saying that. Why don't you just ask SuperSport for a feed, and then you could maybe have a hub. You could have it at the stadium, maybe give the fourth official access to that. But all you'd be asking SuperSport to do is to give you a feed and play replays. Sundowns, okay, so Sundowns is trying this thing, man. They're building from the back, but what they're trying to do is to bypass the centre backs. I see, is it Ulibusa? they're trying to bypass them and go directly into central CDM. But so far, those passes haven't been working. So I don't know why they're forcing to do that when they could just play the extra ball, give it to the centre backs to play it out instead of trying to go directly in the middle, because Ronwen hasn't been playing that ball very well. Free kick to Sekhukhune, just outside the box, just outside the top of the box to the right. It seems there was a bit of a collision there. Ola, we're watching the game here. Well, you're watching with me. You can watch on thingy. VAR is PSL thing or SAFA? It's a PSL thing. It's meant to be both. So as you know, how it's meant to work is that the SAFA and PSL hold hands, right? And they work together. But because of the weird relationship that our SAFA and our PSL have, where PSL basically runs as an independent party to SAFA, I believe that all those costs would have to fall onto the PSL, at least for the top division, at least for the Premier Division. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking there. No, it's a clear penalty. It's a clear penalty. I think it's a clear penalty. But you know, it's become so complicated, man. These handball things have become so complicated, guys. Why it's Outare Polo. Back in the day, it used to be as long as it's touched your hand, but now there's all types of, was it in a natural position? Was he doing this? Was he doing that? Oh, red card. Okay, essentially what happened was that there was a clash. The chipper player basically got sprung up in the air. I guess you could interpret that as being two-footed. A two-footed tackle, but that's just because he got... I think that's harsh. Yeah, they're playing now. They're playing now. I think that's harsh. That's a harsh red card, guys. Sekhukhune lacking... Are we doing a VAR review? Are we doing a VAR review, Bukoni? He was falling. How do you punish a player? He's falling, and then in the act of falling, his feet go up. How is that a red card? Alright, Mube off. Sekhukune's number 10 is off. Sundowns, having gone 1-0 up, also now have an advantage of a man. That was, no, guys, that was not a red. That was not a red. He was pushed. Shem is crying there on the side. Hey. Unlucky, my guy. Unlucky. No, that was harsh. That was very harsh. I don't know what you guys think about. Yeah, he was pushed. He pushed, and while he was falling... No, guys. That was unfair. They're trying to drink. Yo, they're drinking Sekhukhune right now. Sundowns currently have 61% of the possession. Wow. Nah, guys, halftime we're going to have to speak about that red. We're going to have to speak about that red. That was not a red. But Chwene, that was not a red. But Brampo, he got pushed. He's falling. What can he do in that situation, especially after being pushed? It wasn't him tackling. Yo. I think we're going to need a Sylvester Ndaba, the career-ending red. Why is it a career-ending red? Why is it a career-ending red? I get that it was dangerous play, but I get extenuating situations. So if I'm falling and I can't control what I'm doing, especially if I have been pushed, which could be interpreted as a foul, first foul before I fall, how do you make it a red card then? Like, I'd understand if there was malicious intent on it. Maybe a yellow card, but he can't control his body in the act of falling, though. Okay, guys. I don't know. I feel like it was harsh, especially taking into account the time of play and all of that stuff. I think it was harsh. Okay, Sundowns got the ball. They just had a throw in from the right-hand side of Sekhukhune's defense. Now Sundowns can afford to be patient. I don't think Sekhukhune is going to move or come forward from now on. Their backs are against the wall. This match is essentially done, guys. But let's see. Maybe skip. Sundowns. Oh, what a shot. What a save. They're having fun now. Umudiba just took a shot. Ball came in. Shalulile controlled and played it out wide. And then Mudiba took a shot. Yeah. Mokwena looking rusty. Mitigating circumstances work only on yellows. The game is done. Let's discuss Law 12 at halftime. No, sure, that's fine. We can discuss it. But I'm looking at the situation, like, surely if I'm pushed into leaving my feet, it's different to me leaving my feet on my own accord. Wasted corner. Prampo says the final score is going to be 5-0. Mukwena's looking rusty. He is looking very rusty. In fact, the whole Sundowns team is looking a bit lethargic. They're being helped by the fact that they got that penalty, and also this red card is obviously going to help them, but they haven't looked the same. Like I was saying, they've misplaced too many passes to be the clinical Sundowns that we're used to. There we go. Ball came through, beat the first defender. Other defender came in to take it away. They're trying to get a foul. They were trying to get a foul. You see, again, another misplaced pass. Sundowns' passing has been trash, especially Mkwena. I don't know if it's got something to do with that bandage that he's got over his thigh, his right thigh, but he's been rusty. Your chief fun started now. Why is he falling on him? Foot aiming to the opponent's foot. The season just started. Yeah, the season just started. No, the season just started. I understand. But I'd imagine that, Sundowns of all people, especially if he's injured, you'd imagine that Sundowns of all people would have the type of quality bench to be able to, take this on. But they've been very rusty, especially with that extensive preseason and all of the things they did. Oh, wow. That was not the time to take a shot. Hola, Oti, a goal in the red inside 15 minutes. Going to be a long night for Sekhukhune. No, very long night. Very, very long night. Let me do this, actually. I'm going to open it so that those that want to talk during this thing, let's have a discussion. I think we'll be okay. So you have to be following me in order to join in. Then we can speak while all of this is happening. So I'm just going to open it up. So feel free to request and jump on. Let's just make sure that we are good on this side and on Facebook. Anything on Facebook? Okay, I guess that's what happens on Facebook. Wow. I'm seeing just comments of places to watch. No. You guys are going to get me in trouble. I'm hiding these things. Pagati, I can't. Unfortunately, I've already been banned once by Facebook. I'm not going to do it again. Marabana referees from where first game of the season, it won't be pleasing to the eye, even for Sundowns. I hear you. And obviously there is leeway for that. Maybe it's just that the expectation is so high for Sundowns, especially Sundowns that had that extensive preseason. So I guess that's why I'm saying that. I'm not saying it necessarily because of all of this stuff, but we'll see what happens as we go along. Okay, guys, if you don't want to request, I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay, so 24th minute, 1-0 to Sundowns, red card for Sekhukhune. Let's see. Let's see what they can do. Oh, almost. They tried to play through pass, skipped. Nah, I don't think it was fair. I don't think it was fair. I think it was harsh. I think it was harsh. But yeah, we're gonna have that discussion, let's say at halftime, just to speak about that particular decision, you know. Hey, Sekhukhune, at least, well, to give them credit, Sekhukhune is pushing up some people. They're still playing three pretty much in the front when they're attacking. I think they're hoping for Sundowns to make a mistake and maybe take advantage of some of the rustiness that Sundowns has shown so far. Yeah, clearly offside. But what do you guys think about my idea? Let's talk about VAR. Surely they could just go to the PSL and be like, guys, to Supersport and be like, guys, you already are broadcasting the match. Maybe we can pay for a service or something that runs from your media truck where we just, you know, get a feed for the referee and maybe give him... These people are so rusty. I think I will take that first game of the season comment. So this means that this is going to be... Sundowns are going to slowly destroy Sekhukhune. They don't have to do much. That red card crippled them already. What's happening, guys? Why are you guys fighting in the comments? We take Kuto. Okay, save from Sangare. There isn't much action. I think that's the tough thing about PSL games is that there's usually not a lot of action. Sundowns tried to play a fancy 1-2 with Ribeiro. Sundowns fans, what have your thoughts been about this Ribeiro character? He looks okay, man. He looks okay. He hasn't looked special yet, but he looks okay. By the way, Sundowns is playing. I wouldn't be surprised if Sekhukhune United draw. That's the best way. I think this is the best chance that Sekhukhune have to draw, to get something from this game. The only issue is that red card, because say they score or they start putting on pressure, I think Sundowns could go to another gear and put them on the back foot, you know. Who scored? It was Shalulile from a penalty. Sundowns is showing some crazy tactical awareness with and without the ball. I'm seeing it. I'm just speaking about that final ball is what's been killing them. Oh, one more pass. Ball bobbled in the box. Shalulile took his shot, saved by Sangare. Sangare has been the busier of the two, for sure. VAR is possible, but those benefiting from the status quo are holding strategic positions. I get you. I'm just saying that, like, guys, it's easy to solve a lot of the problems here, especially if DSTV is already a partner. Why would you go and invest in a whole nother system when you could just ask them to give you access? I mean, like I said, we see 5 different angles of every incident that happens. So if I can see it at home on DSTV, surely the ref could get a chance to see it there, you know? Like Sundowns change of formation when they attack. Still early for us to judge Ribeiro. He will get used to playing in the DSTV. Let's talk about that change of formation. I see it. It's very interesting that they're going right now. The attack now, it looked like they're going into a 2 up front with Ribeiro pushing up to partner Shalulile, and then the wingers push up very far. But I don't foresee many questions being asked. They're playing as sort of 2 strikers. Ribeiro really does come all the way in. I hope Sekhukhune was going to try and win this one a draw, but I see Sundowns will finish, says Mdu. That's true. The last thing you need to do is to give Sundowns an advantage. That's the last thing you need to do is to give Sundowns an advantage. Where Sundowns could actually catch Sekhukhune out is that defense, shades of Cardoso, Chiefs Cardoso, that defense is ball watching and they're open. So it's almost like they've been told to chase Ushalulile. And the issue is that it allows the left winger to come in closer. And if Shalulile could play one extra pass, you'll have more chances from Sundowns' end. What is this thing, guys? Maybe we can speak about a bit of tactics too. What is this thing where if you watch Sekhukhune right now, their right back is marking Shalulile on the inside. Why would you do that? Or maybe I'm old school in my thinking where it's like people have responsibilities. The center backs have central responsibility, because if everybody has come inside, there's going to be space out wide. And a team like Sundowns can punish you there. Let's see, Sundowns took this game as a practice match to find combinations. The defense is chasing shadows. That's what I'm saying. They look disorganized. They look so disorganized. Sekhukhune was playing well with the high press. Sundowns couldn't play from deep. And they were making mistakes too. They're still making a lot of mistakes. I think it's just that, again, that red card changed everything. Hey, up the line. Okay. There we go. Cross from Sekhukhune. Oh, control that boy. If the opponent parks the bus, you need to change tactics and structure. That's true. But the nice thing is that once you go 1-0 up and they get a red card, you don't have to do much. I could even see Sundowns seeing this match out 1-0 and just living their lives, not having to worry about a lot, because I don't see Sekhukhune coming out to attack them fully. So you see what happens. Ribeiro goes all the way inside. Ooh. And then Uzwani plays sort of like a wing type position. They're also playing helicopter football. It looks like it, nah? It looks like it. But I think it's because Sekhukhune is sitting back so deep. They're sitting back so deep. That's why Sundowns is resorting to this. But also Sundowns have had some great ideas. It's just that the execution of that second to last and last ball has been pretty poor. But you can see the spaces in Sekhukune's defense. Sekhukhune is not defending very well. I'm not going to lie, that's a legacy of Cardoso, man. He's doing the same things he was doing at Kaizer Chiefs. Zwan is working hard, guys. Zwan is working hard. Especially down there on the right. And I don't know, maybe it's a trend, guys. Maybe it's a trend, because I saw Unteki doing the same thing with Upotsane, where Upotsane in the friendlies was playing more of like a striker role. So right now they showed a map of Sundowns, and Sundowns has been attacking more on the left-hand side. I think it's 26% of their attack has been coming from the left-hand side. So I think what happens is then Ribeiro becomes a striker, which was something we spoke about when Umulifintseki, with Mulifinteki's team, especially in that first game. There we go. Shoot! In the first game, where Upotsane was running all the way in, even sometimes going into first post from the other side. And you think to yourself, is that what we want the wingers to be doing? Because this is going to kill Uzwan. Uzwan is going to get a lot of work. Like, you can already tell that he's tired. Sekhukhune should make more final third entrances so that they too can get a penalty. I would just press Sundowns. It seems as though Sundowns has abandoned that thing they tried to do where they were playing the ball up to the defensive mid instead of playing it up through the defense. But at that stage, Ronwen didn't look very, very sure of himself. And if they scored that goal from the Ronwen mistake, it might be a different match altogether, you know? But they didn't take that chance when Sundowns was proper rusty. And I think they're allowing Sundowns to slowly but surely get their confidence up. And I don't know if Sekhukhune want to do that, you know? Because the way they've set up now, it seems as though they're getting ready to defend for 55 minutes? That's a long-ass time. That is a long-ass time. Sundowns need Mahema. He knows how to break the defensive line. Bro, where can I watch the match if I don't have DSTV? Hey, there was a whole bunch of links on Facebook that I blocked and hid. People were saying Total Sportec last time, so try Total Sportec. But I'm not sure if it's like a .com or .2. I don't know the dots, but try Total Sportec. Mahema has the skill to dribble, shoot, and pass. Allende and Mokwena keep going side to side. Yeah, they're bypassing the midfield. And it's unlike Sundowns because they're playing super wide. Hey, Zwane, guys. Zwane is going up and down everywhere. He's going to get tired. You're right. It's helicopter football. They're crossing a lot. They're crossing way more than I'm used to Sundowns crossing. I don't know if it's Rulani trying something new first game. Or maybe he also sees that technically guys aren't necessarily on the ball. Look, every time they go up the center, they lose the ball. Every single time they go up the center, they lose the ball. And culprit has been Mokwena. For almost all of them, it's been Mokwena who's been the big culprit. But they are going wide. They're looking wide. I don't know if it's that type of thing. I don't think SK is going to press. Yeah, no, they're not going to press now. They're not going to press. But I mean, sitting back and just, okay, there's the three in the front. Wayward pass. It seems like teams still fear Sundowns. SK have nothing to lose. Just go all out. Hey, you say, I understand them though. Like, we'll say they've got nothing to lose, but imagine you catch 3 or 4, and now your goal difference is -4 going into starting the season. I'm more of an attack person myself, but I do understand the thinking behind it. That, hey guys, let's mitigate whatever we can because we are a man down. But look, they are attacking. Like right now, they've got 4 players in attacking positions. They're just making the wrong choices of passes. 37 minutes in, guys. 1-0 down, Sundowns. Penalty, Shalulile, and then also a red card for Sekhukhune. Yeah, Mukwena's very, very sloppy. Can you please type that link? No, just search Total Sportec. TOTALSPORTEK. And then you'll see. If Sundowns play like this, I don't see them going far. And that's what's shocking me in this match. Like I can understand being unfit and I can understand it being the first game of the season. The only issue for me is that we're not seeing too much of the type of play we're going to see. Remember, it's Rulani coming in. He's changed things. We're expecting a bit of something, and it's looking a lot like the helicopter. And I don't know if it's just Sundowns becoming complacent because they've got the lead. Corners Sekhukhune. I don't know if it's because they're getting complacent, but it's a tough ask. It's a tough ask to see. I'm not seeing anything from Sundowns that's telling us how they're gonna play next season. TOTALSPORTEK. Total Sport Tech. Try that one. Google it. I think all the links pop up. I'm just not sure now if it's a .2 or a .com or a what. Yeah, there we go, agent. Thank you. You know, guys, even me saying this is risky. What do you think about the red card? I don't think it was a red card. We're gonna have a discussion about it half time, but I don't think it was necessarily a red card. I don't think it was reckless play. He was pushed. I mean, what can I do if I'm pushed into a fall? Sundowns corner right now. Yeah, Sundowns is going wing play very much. It's a very wing-dominated game that we're playing right now. And it is. It's helicopter football, for lack of a better word. Guys, is helicopter football becoming the thing? I know Chwene spoke about helicopter football being... Was it Chwene who spoke about helicopter football? Maybe we should just play the helicopter football. But it seems that's what Sundowns is going for. Play it wide and cross it very late. Oh... Corner, flashed across the goal. We need VAR here. They're playing very wide. Yeah, they're playing very wide. That's why I'm like, I'm not used to Sundowns being like this. I'm not used to watching Utemba Zwane being pulled all the way out to the side. I'm not used to watching Sundowns do like a second striker thing. Maybe you guys... Sundowns fans can explain. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong, but I'm not used to Sundowns playing this way. They're pretty much bypassing the middle of the field completely. And I'd understand if it was a situation where they're crossing it a bit earlier, but they're basically doing what most PSL sides do. And is Shalulile that prolific? In that case, I don't know. And Mokoena has been very, very sloppy. So I can also understand why the middle hasn't been utilized that much. But I don't know if it was part of a plan or was it because we're in this situation now. Sundowns' new signing isn't moving me. Yeah, he doesn't have anything to do. It's because of the system. Like, he's just waiting for the ball to get to him. And again, it's very weird for me to watch Sundowns commit two guys to the front and then play it wide. So I'd imagine maybe he's a better player when he gets the ball. You see, another sloppy pass. Another sloppy pass. They've got no options. There's no movement. There's no movement. And I'm telling you guys, by the end of this match, Zwane is going to be done. He's going to be done. He's doing way too much work. They're becoming too good and overdoing things. Yeah. Like, look right now. Sundowns has the ball on the wing. There's no options going inside. Everybody is running all the way into the box. There's no one coming for the ball. And you know those fancy passing, what do you call them, triangles? Fancy passing triangles that Sundowns used to love doing. They're not doing that. They're very spaced far apart. It's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know if this is going to be Rulani's tactical approach for the season. Weber should push in front just behind Ihizu and stop Mokoena and Rivaldo from playing. But Mokoena and Rivaldo aren't necessarily playing at all. And Mokoena is the bigger culprit. When he gets the ball, he loses it. He's probably lost the ball the most this half. Ukutsia he doesn't have a job to do. The ball's not coming to them. The ball's not coming to them. Mukone says, Sekhukhune can score. I believe so. No, I genuinely believe that Sekhukhune can score, but they're sitting back too much right now. They're sitting back too much. But are we, in us asking them to score, are we thinking in like are we using our knockout brains in order to suggest that like they must try get something from this. Ooh, ball over the top, ball back. Let's see. Another sloppy pass. Final third play. Oh, there we go. Counter, boy. Oh, Ronwen sweeper keeper. Sundowns were almost caught out there, but then Ronwen was awake to it. Hey, Rulani doesn't look happy, guys. The camera just showed you Rulani doesn't look happy. Guys, do South African teams know what to do when teams get red cards? Because Sundowns hasn't taken advantage. I don't think Sekhukhune made a change even. Is it too risky, or are they fine playing at a 1-0, and controlling the game? Yeah, it's long balls into the box. They really are. I mean, granted, Sekhukhune is sitting back very deeply, but oh, mistake there by Sekhukhune defense. Is it Serena who couldn't capitalize? Not Serena, man. Okay, Alende. Mduduzi will lose his best asset by playing right centre-back position. Pitso has taken his monkey back now. It shows that there is a new system. That red card is our problem. We're changing system. Yeah. But should it be a problem? Like, I can see they're going back three. But you usually go back three in order to overload the midfield. But then Allender and Zwane aren't necessarily getting the ball. You get what I mean? Like Allender and Zwane aren't getting the ball in central areas. They're trying to become support on the wing. So why go three if you're not going to really push that advantage? I mean, you've now got two guys playing up front, but I feel like Shalulile and Ribeiro, hey, catch him off guard. Ronwen came out to sweep a keep again and almost got caught out. The pressure's becoming too much when you play against 10 men. Sundowns should play the 4-3-3 instead of this 3-4-3. That's what I'm trying to say, that if you're going to go wide and do all that stuff, bringing an extra man into the midfield versus the defense that is going to be sitting back, a midfield that is not going to be active, doesn't make sense, right? Like, I would sooner go three at the front, like a tighter three at the front. Maybe if you do play a three at the back, push one of the centre backs into a CDM type position in transition when we're attacking. It's halftime, 47 minutes, guys. Request, and we can talk about what happened during that first half. Ribeiro isn't having a great debut. He should have shot in from that position. Williams is too relaxed. Where will be the game of Kaizer Chiefs and Sundowns be placed? I'm not sure yet. Is it masterpieces? Okay. Yeah, so overall, it's been a quiet half. Overall, to be honest with you, I haven't seen much. Ribeiro is coming in and, he's having his debut, but he hasn't been given much to do. He's basically waiting. Let me read this last comment. Coach is trying to change how they were playing under Pitso and he's bringing new ways of playing, says Ulunga. Agent 007, you're the resident Sundowns fan. What have you seen from this game?
First game syndrome. Preseason games are preseason games. They don't carry the same pressure, and can try what they're trying. So I'm not going to be too harsh. I feel if this was third game or fourth game, I would be a bit harsher.
Okay.
But I'm not going to be harsh. This first game syndrome. The most important thing is to win, and I think maybe the reason why Coach Pep is not looking impressed is, we are trying to play according to the red card. We're not trying to play our style of play. The reason why we are trying to stretch the field is because we know when we're playing against 10 men, they try to be compact in the middle. So we are trying to stretch them. So hence we are seeing a lot of outballs and everything, but that's not our style. We're not used to it, so it's never going to work.
I was gonna say, is it something that you should be doing? It's not something Sundowns is strong at. Like I'm seeing Utemba being overworked. I'm seeing Allende getting overworked, and Abu Ribeiro are just chilling.
Yeah, and it comes back to from the back. I think we have 15 minutes, so I have to be quick. I think the center back pairing, AB and Libusa, I don't think it's an improvement from AB to Mvala. If anything, I think it's a downgrade because both AB and Libusa don't have the speed. And then when you have a Kotze in front of them who pushes down to become a back three when you are attacking, all three of them are good on the ball but slow. Hence, you can see that our build-up play doesn't have that fastness that in a Kotze situation and a Miami would give us. It doesn't have the energy.
And then lastly, very quickly, I'm seeing a helicopter.
Yeah, I think it's like you said, the first few minutes you could see that there's a pre-season because they were rusty, the balls by Tebo and everyone. The reason why you're seeing a helicopter is the reason which I said we are trying to play for the red card. We are trying to count them before they regroup. We are trying to force balls faster and bypass the midfield so that we catch them, before they regroup and become solid. Okay. Hence, we also stretch the field. Yeah.
Let me bring in Umalumekuto quickly. Malumekuto, what are you seeing from this match? Does Sundowns scare you?
Mr. OT and the gang. No. Watching the game, I think Umutiba could have done better. The helicopter football you speak of, Rivaldo could say chicken. He's noticed that he's pinpointing that pass and he's overdoing it. I think he's done it 10 times already. And Mutiba has been one-on-one. This guy Nico Mobi and he's failed to capitalize. So maybe if that trend continues, Masego would be a better fit to challenge Nico Mobi one-on-one because clearly Mokwana has been instructed to tuck in instead of cover his fullback. You understand? Because if you check the distance from the bar line, from the throw-in line, the right back, Nico Mobi, it's too wide. Which is why Mudiba, with his poor first touch, he can trap the ball even 1 meter away, and he's still able to gather it with no pressure. So if maybe they bring in Maseko, Sundowns will get 3 goals.
Let's talk quickly about the midfield. They're bypassing it. Do you think it's wise to have Rivaldo, Tebuho, Mzwani, Allen, all of them on the pitch when you don't need it, but also they're not doing anything much?
Well, I think it's not necessarily being bypassed, but because they want to pressure is Sekhukhune. Rivaldo has a job to say, if the ball is against us, come back and form a back four. If the ball is with us, drop in and add numbers. And he's been doing that very well. Umukwena, then it sort of changes his position from a 6 to an 8. Therefore, I understand and assist. They could have utilized the right-hand side better. But Ribeiro, you can see where he's quite nervous on the ball for now, but he's got an eye for goal. Shishi, dropping into that 10 position, he's doing very well. And one thing I love about 2 players, Allende, Le Mukojo. When you watch them, you can see where they are ahead of everyone else. The way they read the game, the way they can smell or guy. Both players, the way they are able to do things, 2 touches without being fancy, but be extremely effective. So I'm impressed with the 2 guys.
Let me bring in Senzo quickly. Senzo, what are you seeing from this match quickly?
I'm very disappointed with that Ncube guy. Like, he really destroyed Sekhukhune. Sekhukhune would look like they understood the job, that we're not gonna defend against Sundowns. We're gonna press them from the get-go, and they could have had 2 goals before the red card. So I'm very disappointed. It go number 10. You know, the team's looking at you to create, and then you go, I don't know, maybe saw his name in the headlines or what, but he really ruined. He ruined Sekhukune's chances. So now Sekhukhune is forced to play. Sekhukhune is forced to play like defensive because they don't want to lose 5-0. And Sundowns can definitely do that. So I think they're doing damage control a bit too early. I mean, it's still the first game. If you rather lose 5-1. But yeah, this thing of trying to defend Sundowns is not helping. They tried Allende and Mukwena. They'll just take them out, put other quality players who are gonna attack you in a different way. How long are you going to be able to hold it? How long? There's Allende missed the chance, just went wide.
Okay.
There's headers. It's going to happen. The question is how much. So Sekhukhune should just, I feel like they should just attack. Weber should move from that right, go in front, and go help that Nigerian because he's forceful. He's been pushing them, but it's just that
he's alone.
He's alone. You know, he's working alone, and Sundowns defenders are big at the back. And then can someone tell me? Well, was Jiman in the UFC? Because this guy,
there's something I want to talk about. So let me get everybody in first. Then I want to quickly come back. Lunga, welcome. How are you doing, my brother? Lunga. Okay, I see Lunga's not there. 007. Was it a red card? Was it a red card? Let's have that chat.
Yeah, you know, it's serious. It's a serious play, a dangerous play. You know, I think once you are saying, you know, it's how do I put this? I'll look for an example. You know, if you kill someone, doesn't matter if you it was a mistake or not. The fact that you kill someone, yes, you can argue is manslaughter, but still,
there's manslaughter or homicide. That's why I carry at least a yellow card, but a red card.
No, but I think it's a dangerous play. I think it reminds me of, you know, a red card which this boy got in KF Allende. I mean, he gotten the ball, but it was dangerous play, you know. So sometimes,
but in this case, my argument is that the action was not caused by him. So he got pushed and taken off his feet by a Sundowns player. So while I'm in the air, I can't control that, and I wasn't tackling or anything, but I'm pushing it. So why would you give me a red card in that case? Because I have no control. You know what I mean? If it was a premeditated thing, or like a tackle, a proper tackle, I'd get you. But I feel like it's harsh for a player that was pushed.
I think it's a harsh, but it's a red card, you know. I'm saying, like, it was a harsh one, but it was a red card because of the dangerous play that it caused, you know.
Okay, no, let me ask you, Malume Kuto, red card or not?
Never days. Never a red card. The referee like a stage fright. Maybe a yellow if we're being, I could say, we're being extra. He was clearly pushed. He was clearly off balance. So I keep on any intention. I don't even see any dangerous play on his side. In fact, it's just a yellow card for Motaung for stopping a somewhat promising attack, and it's a free kick for Sekhukhune. Not what just happened. That's daylight robbery. I'm calling for VAR.
Oh, they're not gonna put it in censor. Red card or not?
Is Kuto watching this on SABC or Supersport? Where is Kuto watching? Clear red card. Because when you see him, he's out of control. He has no control of his body. Both studs are showing. He's high above the knee. What else do you need? I understand if he was pushed. He was pushed to where? Because he was pushed on his body. So if he was pushed on his body, he should have fell on his stomach.
But he's falling. What was he supposed to do there?
But science says if I'm pushing you on your back, what's the most likeliest position you're going to fall in? On your back, on your stomach. You can't. We must get Ace Ngobo here. But for real, guys, if you look at that, it's a very dangerous tackle. No control over his body.
But
Starts
was it a
showing.
tackle? I think that's the question here. Was it a tackle?
Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe you guys are watching SABC because here SuperSport they gave us a good angle where you can see that it's intentional. Even if you see when the game before he got the card, he had dribbled. He chose the bad decision, came inside, tried to dribble again when he lost the ball. We've seen it a lot of times, guys. You overdo too much. You overdo too much, and then you try to save yourself with the tackle.
What replay are you watching? Where does Libusa end up? Watch Libusa. Where's Libusa there? And then where's Mukwena? That thing wasn't the tackle.
It's Mudau's the one that pushed him.
Mudau, yeah.
Yes. Mudau pushed him, and Mudau was pushing him on his back. How you are running. So, Abutukutso, it's on 202. I 196.
Let me bring in Chwene quickly. Chwene, was there a red card or not?
Now, from what I saw, evening everyone, evening George. From what I saw, it's a red card because what met my eye was the dangerous play, But now because you're saying that he was pushed, but the way he fell for me was really suspect. And he gave the ref no choice, So in my opinion, I'd say it's a straight red.
Agent let me bring in 007. How's this game going to end for you?
Yeah, but okay, fine. Let's say for argument's sake, it's not the red card. We'll still take it. Some teams have been benefiting. Time for us to benefit.
Don't mention my team. Aye, please leave my team out of this.
You don't have with the brown envelope. But I think quickly, we need Billy and Mendieta. I think Ribeiro and Coetzee need to be dropped and push in Bokwana to the back and then bring Billy and Mendieta so that you can have speed. And I think it's going to be a comfortable 3-0 or a 2-0 because I think this is not the Sundowns that I know of. So, like I said, I'll give them slack because it's first game of the season. But
then,
let's benefit.
What score are you giving us at the end?
2-0, 3-0. Let me go for 3-0. I think if the second goal comes, the third one will come. 3-0.
Okay, Malume Kutsa, how's this match going to end? But I'm watching it on a different TV.
Yeah, no, I really believe them when they say we are watching it on different TV. But I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, I want to say 1-1.
Okay.
But I'm just going to say maybe 3-1. If only they can get in a better striker. Ohizu, every time he gets a proper opening, he just about too nervous. So if they've got some firepower there, Banse Ohizu, they'll get one goal. Yeah.
Senzo, final score.
0 shots on target, 10 men down. Definitely Sundowns taking it. I think I'll follow Agent and say maybe a 3-0 or 2-0. Yeah, if Sundowns change formation, but 2-0, 3-0. Yeah.
Okay. No, Chwene, score prediction from you. End of the match.
3-0 to Sundowns.
Okay. I think it could be 2-1 in my side. Let me just read the comments before we start. Thank you, gentlemen. I think you guys are going to want to go back and watch this match because nobody wants to talk to me during the thing, so it's fine. Let's just make sure. Matati, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the roses. Wena always you're pulling through for me. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me just get this. Hey. Okay. Second half is underway. Let me read some of these comments over here while I'm here and while it's not hot. Coach is trying to change how they're playing. Jose Mazibugo formation when you play against 10 men. 137. Ellen is showing up. For a team that played an extensive preseason, I expect so much more. Zugisane, I agree, actually. Sekhukhune look more composed than Sundowns. At the beginning, I think towards the end, I think that defense is very shaky. He's trying to reinvent the wheel. They're complicating things. Williams is on holiday. SG Clothing, how are you doing? The Chiefs Slayer, Jim. Would you say that if broke his leg, it would still be it would still not be an intentional thing. So if I ran in and I go 2-footed and I take off your leg, that's different. Just like Agent was saying about the murder, there's a difference between murder, there's a difference between homicide, manslaughter and homicide, right? One is unintentional and the other is intentional. I don't believe that was intentional, and that should be taken into account. Yes, punishment is there. Yellow card, we move on. You get what I mean? Even with the contact he made with Mokoena, you could see that wasn't a tackle, right? Mokoena was standing, got hit, carried on moving because he just happened to be in the way there. Oh, okay. I think Sundowns heard our pleas. They're playing centrally. It seems like they're going to play centrally. But yeah, no, that's all I was saying. Clear red card, Bright doesn't need you to support Sundowns. I'm a Kosi fan, but that was a straight red. Chest pains already give Sundowns the league. We understand that we won't talk football without chest pains. Sekhukhune have played counter-attack and parked the bus. Tapelo Masego in. Rivaldo out. Mayema in. Ribeiro out. Masego in. Williams out. Mabena since Sekhukhune isn't shooting. But do you guys now understand what I was saying about Rivaldo? That it doesn't make sense to have Rivaldo and Rivaldo and Ribeiro and Mokoena and Zwane and Allende. You're packing a midfield and bypassing them. What's the point of having so many midfielders on the pitch? Might as well just go forward and make it a 3 in the front and push as hard as you can versus a 10-man team, you know? But now it does seem like Sundowns, they're still going wide-ish, but it's a little bit earlier now. Shabalala on the ball on the corner side, gets the corner against Dukaroso. Gets the corner versus Dukaroso. I'm just enjoying Allende. I mean, look, guys, this Sundowns team is incredible. I think you cannot stop speaking about how incredible this Sundowns team is, you know. I think maybe personal expectations, you thought that, man, they'd come into this thing on fire and understand what they're doing and understand what they need to do and really, look, all of the passes are wayward. There's a new corner routine they're trying to do where they play it short and then bring it back. It's interesting. He's trying things. I get what's his name? That coach he brought in, they're calling him a set piece coach. So I guess that he's doing here. Let's see. Ngube should get a role in the new Shaga for that surprise look at the red card. Reeve is playing central defense. Let's see. So said Kulisa isn't on the bench. That boy is a gem. There's a lot of players, guys. Sundowns is a lot of players, and it's quality. And you'd like to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that because they're so packed and so good, you wouldn't expect. Oh, let's see. Sundowns. Oh, no. Guys, Sekhukune's defense has been 6s and 7s. Like, I know we've been saying they're sitting back, but I don't see what's happening there. They're going to be taken advantage of. And Sundowns, if not for the sloppy passing, I think Sundowns would be far ahead here, or should be far ahead, because that defense, Umobi, N1, they're just getting past him so easily and so quickly. Mukocho looks to... Okay, he's walking off the injury. 4Js. I'm sorry, I can't. Costa hasn't convinced me yet. They bought the game. Sekhukhune is inviting struggle. Mabua has no role in the new Sundowns team. He should hand in his transfer. We don't care about the stars playing. Bucks will give them a beating. Well, to be honest with you, those are the two teams we're looking at. Skew shot. Those are the two teams we're looking at, Sundowns and Pirates, to compete against each other. You know, that's the whole point of this thing. Pirates won their 2 trophies and all of that. We can say clearly that Pirates is the closest to Sundowns. So that's going to be a very interesting match when they do play against each other. We're going to see what Paris does tomorrow at 8. Whether they are online after going to Spain, or maybe they're still in holiday mode, we don't know, or preseason mode, who knows. Sekhukhune is broken down, guys. Sekhukhune has broken down here. There is no professional player who can handle the ball like that. We don't care about stars. So Masego couldn't get a new haircut for his debut. I get it. They're going to tell you, Sundowns fans are going to tell you that, listen, we don't care about aesthetics and marketing. We care about the play. So Liana, he'll tell us that, no, guys, I was so focused on making it into the Sundowns squad that we didn't have time. Or what if it was Chiefs? If it was Chiefs, I'm sure they have a barber, man. I'm sure Fridays before games, they bring in a barber and go, look, man, all the players get in line. Senza, sure. So that when you're trending on TikTok after doing that step over, man, you look good. But you know, football, if you don't take your chances, you'll pay us Chiefs. And that's why I'm saying that as long as it's 1-0, as long as the score stays 1-0, it's going to be very, it's going to be a knife's edge. And you don't want a knife's edge in games like this, right? You're playing a team that's got 10 men. They steal 1 goal, then they all go back and sit back. Then it becomes tough. You have to take your chances. The football gods, like I said earlier, defending for 55 minutes is not something that the football gods like. Unless they're planning to frustrate Sundowns and then hit them on the counter. Because to be honest with you, Sekhukhune hasn't necessarily changed their setup. They haven't changed their setup. They're still pushing 3 players up in certain places, so it doesn't look like they're scared. But it's just that they're not playing. So Lebona, they're playing a very risky game. Because if you don't attack with direction and force, when you are down to 10 men, you will be punished for not having extra men behind, if that makes sense. So we'll see what happens. Mukwena must come off. Everyone in the game is bought, including the referee. Masego's okay. Sekhukune's play is playing a 4-4-1. But the crazy thing is that it looks like sort of a 4-2-3, because they're 1 man down. It looks like a 4-2-3 when they try attack, and maybe it goes down to a 4-3-2 when they're defending. And honestly, I do not trust Cardoso for any of that. Kinto yane hape Slimonsena and Toyane. We are not on holiday mode. Sundowns also go on holiday. We'll beat them. Downs up the Bucks. A good outlet. I Chiefs your neck headache hela. Only headaches. Masego took my Lula's number. He's inviting pressure. Yo. Maybe he'll play. Look, again, if there's one team that will give you the chance, it's Sundowns. You just have to make sure that you're up to it. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's Sekhukhune. So that might be the tactic for them. Go win the set pieces. Hit them on the set pieces. Sekhukhune is ready for DSTV. They're not flat. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't want to speak about Chiefs, guys. I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot of speaking on Sunday, so I don't want to speak about Chiefs now. Stress on and off night. No, guys, please. Let's not talk about Chiefs. Let's talk about this match that we're seeing in front of us. I really do feel like I'm old school, guys. Like, I don't like my my fullbacks to be that far away from people. Like the way Sekhukhune is defending here, Mobi tucks all the way inside and has to run all the way outside when Sundowns switches play. But I guess I'm old school, Tina. We were drilled, guys. When you were defending for your lives, try keep your man. Don't give your man time on the ball, because if you have time on the ball, you can be hurt. And already Mobi has been bypassed a few times. So that thing also counts, eh? But maybe it's because I'm old school. Tina, this new textbook football, that's actually a topic that I'm going to make the one day that on the show, that like we need to speak about how modern footballers lack footballing common sense, if that makes sense. Like, you don't need to tell me, goal. Who is it? Caruso. I told you guys about this defense. They were caught on the break. Caruso came out, couldn't shield Shalulile or control Shalulile. I believe Ribeiro's got his first goal. We used to see this all the time at Kaizer Chiefs with Caruso. We used to see it all the time. Pretty much the same goal. He pushes up too far, can't control it, and then loses it cheaply. So as you can see, counter from Sundowns. They play it up quickly. Caruso runs all the way out, gets to the ball first. Instead of clearing, tries to take a weird touch. And then Ribeiro, Uzwane plays it through to Ribeiro, plays it across to Ribeiro, and Ribeiro has time to trap, look up, and put the ball into the back of the net. A goal we saw so many times at Kaizer Chiefs. Hey, 12. Let me read these comments here. Weber out, Villa in, Khune top 3. They don't want to leave their centre-backs in a 1v1 versus the front two of Sundowns. Zwane is class. That left side overload is going to hurt Sekhukhune. It's what I'm saying. That's what happened here. Trena, you were right about that left side. That right back area needs serious assistance. Rulani saw exactly what I said. But it's what I've been saying right now, that I don't understand what football Mobi is playing on that side. I don't understand what's happening there, because if there's one thing you know about Caruso, you can't leave him alone. He's not going to be able to do anything about that. But anyway, guys, 2-0 Sundowns. Ribeiro gets his debut goal. Underwhelming for most of this match, but yeah. Guys, where is Coach Truta? What's happening with Coach Truta? Can somebody tell me? Does anybody know what's happening with Coach Truta? Yeah, but now it's too late, Sekhukhune. It's too late. Okay, they've won a set piece. This is what happens. This is what happens when you come out to try to defend, especially very early. I understand they got the red card. What tends to happen is that you're still going to catch goals. And if you catch goals like that, you could have just gone forward and attacked, pushed forward, as Usenzo spoke about, Obo Weber. Push forward and then see if you can't, get some goals. But if you're going to lose 3-0 already, now these guys are arguing over who takes the free kicks. Weber has taken the ball and is going to be taking this free kick. But surely, guys, we know who takes free kicks in the teams before. Are we going to see a 5-0? Could be. Vela Mobi played as a right back for our national team. That man is not hot. Oh, he's suspended. Okay. Makes sense. I suspect Jima's mental fitness. He's walking while Caruso is under pressure. That's why they play the fullbacks narrow. Caruso is being protected. I just feel like it becomes more confusing for him. Honestly speaking. Got a red card in Nedbank Cup. Okay. Truta is stuck in Cape Town because of a taxi law. Brandon's apparently suspended. Okay, no, I hear you. This has goal written all over it. So you trust to score. Let's see. Free kick to Sekhukhune. Right on the top of the box. Let's see what they do with it. Oh! Hey, who predicted that? Wait, guys. Wait. Batandra. Please. You know, I want to do a Betway thing because I need to make money. So please, can you tell us your predictions? Because you said it had goal all over it and he scored the goal. Wow, guys. All of that work. Firstly, I feel like the wall is in the completely wrong position. Yeah, that wall was in the worst position. Guys, how rusty is Sundowns? What's happening? How rusty is Sundowns? Moby tucks in too deep. Hey, Batandra, please, guy, please. What a goal. He saw it coming. Masego reminds me of Sekhukhune. Dribbles very well, but zero end product. Should Sundowns be playing that game is the question. Should Sundowns be playing that game? 2-1. So far, my prediction of 2-1 is coming up. Maybe now we'll see Sundowns play some real football. Because up to this point, they haven't been playing football, man. Or at least the football that we know from Sundowns. They're trying to really attack this right side. But the issue is, cross in, keeper parries, Shalulile hit it over. The issue is it looks exactly the same as what we're used to seeing from them. From Chiefs and them, where by the time you get the ball on the side, the cross has to be immaculate. Like the cross has to be something out of, out of FIFA in order for you to be out of the game, in order for you to be to make that work. So again, it's helicopter football. But because Sekhukhune's defense is in 6s and 7s, the second ball is becoming very important for Sundowns. I feel like they've decided to just pump the ball in to Sekhukhune's defense, and then they know that Abu Shalulile will get to pick up any of the scraps. But credit to Sekhukhune, they're trying to press now. They're trying to press, but I don't trust that they're pressing Kaplan. Okay, let me read this. Weber Mukwena Mbule are one thing. The grapevine and orange. Masego's coming all right. And Atas wanted Weber. Too many Downs players are out of position. I hope Rulani won't try this next game. Yeah, I think what this is showing is what do Agent 007, what he said during the break, where he said that it feels like Sundowns is trying to play the red card and not playing their game, right? So it feels as though they're rushing to try to take advantage of this one man extra that they have. And it's looking a lot like just the helicopter. They're trying to get it wide very quickly, but because Sekhukhune is sitting back, you can't cross early, and you have to go all the way up to the byline, and by that time it's packed in the middle. Guys, I want you to watch one thing. Let me tell you what Cardoso's weakness is. And again, I saw this at Kaizer Chiefs a lot. What a bad pass. I saw this at Chiefs. He abandons his centre-back partner. So if Sundowns can maybe have Shalulile draw Cardoso out, there'll be space behind Cardoso. They used to do that to us all the time. Teams used to do that to us all the time at Kaizer Chiefs. And Matoa was too slow to take it. So if you watch, please just watch Cardoso's positioning whenever balls come in or whenever they're defending. Watch where he goes, especially if the ball is coming right in front of him. You'll see. Rulani still needs to learn how to finish off games. This is the same thing that got them knocked out. I think it was a question of, if I remember correctly, last season it was a question of experience. You know, we said the same thing about Ibanyana Banyana, for example, where it's like at the end of games or after you've taken the lead or whatever, why not just call back? Oh, here we go. Why not just call in one of the experienced guys to hold the game? And I think it might be something that they're suffering from now. We're going to see. It's not necessarily to kill off games. It's more to manage the games because Sundowns are still rushing, even though they had a comfortable lead and they've got a man extra. What's VAR saying, ref? What's VAR saying, ref? They just played a ball into that space. Exactly. So watch. Watch what happens. Yep, you'll find Karosoko touchline near the center line. He will run out and he will run out. It's almost like he's trying to intercept the ball. But then it's like, no. That was harsh though. I get the yellow card. I mean, you could also let that slide, but I guess you let tackles like that slide at the beginning of the match. But Weber is acting his heart out here. Caruso is Rudiger and Ramos type of defender, but his timing and decision making always kills him. And that's what I'm saying, Cage, that it's like he wants to intercept that ball so badly, but he runs out too late to intercept it. And then if you play literally just the 1-2, play the ball to Shalulile, he 1-2s it back. There's spacing behind him. It's Sekhukhune. Decision making, guys. Just missed the ball. Now they're under pressure again. Let's see Ribeiro. He's finally got a chance to run with the ball. What a pass. Ooh. Pass, cross into Shalulile, couldn't get his feet on it. Ribeiro got the ball on a counter, played it through to Tabozwane, who ran in on the right. What did I tell guys? What did I tell you about Caruso? What did I just say about Caruso? Look what happened there. What did I just say, guys? Who puts Caruso and Jim as defensive players like blind leading the blind? Poor decision making from Sekhukhune. Mara today's game, it's not make sure, Lerato. It's not make sure at all. Like, it's even hard to commentate on this match because there's nothing happening. There's nothing happening. It feels almost like a training match to a degree. Like these people aren't serious about anything. Is Weber getting a card? Okay, Mayema's coming on for Ribeiro. They finally made the change. Correct me if I'm wrong. Mayema is a defensive player, isn't he? Shem. Guys, on Monday, when you go to training and you watch back the match and you're doing tactical training or whatever, do they get to show you all of this stuff that you guys, that the mistakes that you made? Because I'm sure Caruso has had so many of those in his life where they're just showing him. Like that goal that was scored by Ribeiro, all it needed to do was clear the ball. That's all. He tried to trap it and turn. Just clear the ball, bruh. Okay, Sundowns free kick. Far post. Okay. You wish them to win. Mayema might do something. No, he's offensive now. I'm sorry. Which website is it shown? Try Total Sport Tech. Mayema's wing attacking mid is a star, basically. Mayema is too nice. I think I mixed him up. Okay, Ribeiro's busy hugging people on the sideline. I mean, at least he got his debut goal. Sundowns fans, would you bring Grant back? To play in this, or are you guys happy with your defense? I'm watching it on SuperSport, but try Total Sport Tech. Mendieta is coming in. I don't see this game on Sportech. Oh, it's not on Sportech. Hey, then I don't know, guys. Then I don't know. Maybe someone in the comments, can you please help with a streaming site for this game? Asomblif. Tina, we're forced, we pay compact, even though it's mostly for my wife's dramas, but we paid for sports. Let's see if Chiefs tomorrow will play different than what we see today. Ghana Chiefs is going to play on Sunday. Chiefs is playing Sunday. Tomorrow is Pirates, if I'm not mistaken. Look, I don't expect much from Chiefs, to be honest with you. I don't expect much from Chiefs. I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised by this Sundowns performance, to be honest with you, but I don't expect much from Chiefs. Play it through. Okay, Allender. It was a nice idea. I don't expect much from Kaizer Chiefs. The only reason why expectations were so high for Sundowns is that they've had an extensive period. Like, they've had extensive preseason. They've played a lot of games. Excuse me. You'd imagine them to be a bit sharper, you know? There we go. There's some places, guys. I'm not going to say them because please, we need Kekana back. His decision making is reliable. Plus, can find a so yeah. No, that's why I was saying that. Would you bring Grant back in here? I mean, granted, Sekhukhune hasn't done much by way of attacking, right? But he's one of the experienced ones, I guess. So I was just curious to see if you guys still rate him highly, or to have him play the game that he played, you know, towards the end of the last season. It feels sometimes like the Sundowns players are a little bit confused over what they're meant to be doing. We're not seeing movement. There's a movement that Sundowns has, man, that I'm not seeing. Very transition-based, the Sundowns, and it's not what I'm used to. We're used to watching them string passes together, play like that, but like now, it feels like they're rushing up the wings. You know? We're not seeing that central play that Sundowns is known for. But then again, we don't know if it's because first game syndrome, we don't know if it's really Rulani's tactics, or it's because Sekhukhune is showing them something, you know. Sometimes you change your tactics because the team is showing you something. Chiefs will compete. Most of you guys will be shocked to remember that the Chiefs that won the league in 2013. Look, man, we can be optimistic. I'll be very happy if Chiefs surprises us. Like, I'm a fan, guys. Like, it's not a situation where I'm like hoping they will lose. No, I'll be very happy if Chiefs does very well. I want them to do very well. That's part of the reason why I'm constantly ranting and questioning and doing all this stuff, because you want them to do well, right? So if they surprise us, I'll be happy. The issue is, and I think I don't want to get too deep in the weeds, because to be honest with you, I don't know what type of play he's going to want to play. We're going in blind this season. We saw the 2 preseason games and there was a pattern, but is that the way he plays? I don't know, you know. So we'll see when they play, when they play their game versus Uchipa. Morgan Mambila says that we're a very easy team to play against. League just opened an hour ago, but Shabalala already top goal scorer. Hey, Tebogo. It's going to be a long time. Actually, guys, who do you think is going to be top goal scorer this season? Like, who are the players that you are looking at who you think will get goals? Because I still feel like it's very, in terms of goal scoring, we're very, we lack it in our league. We lack goal scoring. So I foresee Shabalala doing well. I mean, you have your Khanye Mayos that are there. Chiefs have Chivavairo, who can maybe give you 9-10 goals. You know, Who do you guys think are going to be leading the scoring charts? Corner Sundowns, 75 minutes. It's 2-1 to Sundowns. Sekhukhune had gotten a red card. Always Shalile. I'm seeing Masego and Mayo being the top scorers. Leslie Manisela Golden Boot should be renamed Shalile Golden Boot. Oh, here's somebody that I always forget. Ukhrobla. Ukhrobla is always thereabouts. Part of the 100+ goals club of the PSL. So, I mean, you'd imagine that he'd want it. Goal attempts. 13 from Sundowns, 6 on target. 5 from Sekhukhune, 2 on target. That's what's been happening. I think Sekhukhune is done for the day, hey? They're so scared to concede. They're very scared to concede, and that fear, you can see it in their defense. Sundowns is going to take advantage of this. I can tell you that. They're going to take advantage of it. Guys, I'm impressed by Masego, man. Umnati, this boy. Umnati. I think Masego would have looked incredible in last season's, the way Sundowns played last season. He would have looked incredible. Like, I wonder if they can start putting the ball down and playing closer to each other, you're going to see Masego shine. It just kind of feels at times right now with Sundowns. What's happening, guys? Maybe it's a coaching trend. I'm finding myself speaking a lot of things that I spoke about Kaizer Chiefs. That, like, it... Kwababona bo Masego, bo Zwane, bo Allende, bamnati, but Sundowns is purposefully in this match choosing to sort of bypass them. Not necessarily bypass, but the places where they're playing, it looks like they're working way harder than they should be. Agent 007, I refuse to acknowledge you guys actually talking about your teams. I refuse to acknowledge it. Yeah. Because you guys know that your teams look incredible. I want to Pirates and Sundowns, please. Please. Stop telling me about your players that Bamonati, this one Monati, that was no, please. Mudibo, a suspect last season, especially in the CAF games. Oh, Pythagoras! Thank you so much for the rose. Matlati, thank you so much for the rose. Likune umunata lerato. Utlafela. Kune nale munati 10 years ago. King 8 years ago. Now, guys. Hey, Mara. Let me offer me Puma is playing Sundowns, one jersey every season. There's two ways you could look at it. One way to look at Sundowns having the same jersey is to say it's a statement piece. Argentina doesn't change its home kit, for example. Barcelona usually has the same home kit all the time. It's a way to make sure that there's continuity and that you recognize the brand, I guess. So because they've done the Brazilians, I don't think they're going to go too crazy in terms of what they're going to put on the kit, I think the craziest Sundowns has gone with their home kit there was the 1 year where they had yellow, the normal yellow, and then they had blue and green as accents. I don't think we're going to see that anymore. Do you know what's crazy? For me, the hottest Mamelodi Sundowns kit for me was that Diadora one. And I see Surprise Muriri in it. Like, whenever I think of a dope kit, I see Surprise Muriri in that Diadora kit. Yeah, Sundowns. The rest of them have been okay. But you see what I mean, guys, when I talk about the defense. I understand you guys trying to be compact and maybe trying to protect Caruso. But the issue is, if you're going to allow people to trap the ball more centrally and have time, you're going to be hurt. Mendieta is finally coming on. Junior Mendieta making his debut. Zwane has come off. Of course, Zwane got a yellow card a couple of minutes ago for simulation. Let's see. Yeah, Enyandoro, exactly, 007. I see Enyandoro and Godfrey Sapula. Yes, I was going to say, Cage, Godfrey Sapula. That was a hot Sundowns kid. With the blue, was it going across? That thing was fire. These ones are okay. Like, it's simple, you know. So, yeah, as I was saying, their statement, their brands, their your home kit. I also complain about that with Kaizer Chiefs, where I would just love, one of those old, it's gold. Gold with black trimming. Nothing crazy, no patterns, no whatever, just gold. Like, there's a class, man, to those kids. So that's the one way to look at it. To say that they're keeping the brand alive and all of that stuff. The secondary way is that, Puma, Adidas, Nike, they've been playing with us when it comes to kits. They haven't given us like fire kits. Like right now, I spoke about the Sundowns kit. The hottest one that I remember is the Diadora kit. So when last did you see a Nike, Adidas, Puma kit that was hot? Okay, Chiefs had a couple, but like they don't do much. By experimenta Carona. Let's see what the Argentine can do. But what's stopping Sundowns from going retro like Puma sponsored us in the 90s? I think they're scared, man. Look at what Le Coq Sportif is doing with that semi-throwback. I get a little now at Chiefs. That zigzag pattern thing that's on our home kit now is paying homage to the old kit. There was a kit that had zigzags coming from the shoulders in. They're paying homage to that kit, so that's why they did it like this. I don't mind Sundowns not changing kits, to be honest with you. I think it's classy. 82nd minute, Sundowns still leading 2-1. It's a quiet game. I think Sekhukhune, like I said, it might look for a break here and then, but they're not gonna be, they're not gonna be aggressive. Thoughts on the opening match not filling up 3/4 of the stadium? But it looks okay. Like compared to certain PSL matches, with the knowledge that it's a Friday at 7:30, I'd say that it looks okay, man. I'd say it looks okay. It's still gonna get worse. Like, there's still teams that are going to play to what seems like barely 1,000 fans. But yeah, again, it's those type of things where you're like, I don't know that the league is doing enough, and the teams are doing enough. But this is a good turnout, guys. For a PSL match, it's a good turnout. We're at home watching these things. Yeah, Iwisa Chiefs. That Iwisa Chiefs. We had this chat about stadiums, We had the chat, I think it was last week, where we spoke about the fact that what's bringing me to the stadium, Sundowns maybe is starting, maybe you could even make the argument that Sundowns is starting to attract fans wherever they go, I guess, or starting to fill up. Oh, could this be a red card? Could this be a red card? Let's see. So yeah, we've yet to see. Yeah, there we go, red card. I want to see the replay though. I want to see the replay one more time, because we have the luxury of VAR, when we were watching on TV. But he knew. He also knew. Rivaldo Kutsia finally made it back, leaving. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he kicked out at him. But guys, that's stupid. Why would you do that? Rivaldo, why would you do that in a game that you're leading, you're comfortable? Why are you kicking up with your studs up? Like, do you really need to retaliate there? Hey, Weber was selling it there. But as the neutral, I wish for a helicopter finish to the season. Oh, helicopter, hey man, you're reminding me of an amazing time. Guys, I remember that day. And to show you, the PSL made a meal of that day. They were like, no, showing. I remember they used to show who was the CEO of the time of the PSL, and then like they kept jumping between the Chiefs and Pirates matches. And then the helicopter, oh guys, the league was nice. I think the league understood that they were entertainment. Our league right now doesn't know what it wants to be. I think it wants to be highbrow, tactical football, from the gods who've studied, and we want to be smart and all of that stuff. Back then, the league was like, listen guys, we have to be entertaining. We're going to flash to a helicopter. We've got a photo finish towards the end of the season. We're going to flash to a helicopter that's halfway in between the two stadiums. It was red card for Kutsia. Once there's a red card in PSL, expect another red card. Never retaliate, but it was a red card. King Kampala. I think it's the retaliation part that got him. The retaliation is what made the ref go for the red card, right? Harsh, still a bit harsh as well, but now you're kicking out with the studs up. There was no need. 2-2 will be the final score. Ref having a stinker. What do we expect, guys? We're used to Abu Ace Novo coming out and defending. Abu Ace Novo and Abu Sylvester about defending these referees on Mondays. So now the question becomes, will Sekhukhune start attacking? Now we're level. It's 10-10. 3 minutes to go. You're 2-1 down. Maybe you go for the 2-2. I don't know if that's going to be the thinking, but this is a lifeline, to be honest with you. Sundowns hasn't played very well this whole match. They haven't played super well. And if there's a time when you can steal a point, I believe it's this match. So I'd want to see them press a bit more, especially, see, Ronwin with these passes into midfield, they're suspect. They're suspect. Sekhukhune wants to take. This referee has done so well in this match. I guess. It evens itself out. Savele squinch. Okay, Sekhukhune, let's see what you got. Like, this is the thing about South African football, man. There's not much happening in the 90 minutes. Like when you're watching, the Women's World Cup, there's a lot happening during the match. Mendieta is trying to take control of it. Ooh, I don't know why, but just when he tracked the ball and played the ball, hey, if they ever play him with Zwane, they're going to kill us. Look at how he's controlling the mid. He's come in and he's decided that, guys, give me the ball. Let's see out this last 2 minutes, man. There's no need for us to be running too hard and trying too many dangerous things, What a player. Hey, Chiefs. Ooh, Chiefs. Guys, Ronwin is suspect, guys. Ronwin, suspect. that passing, they're trying to make him pass from the back and, ball playing goalkeepers and whatever. See, there goes Kekana. Obviously as cover, but there goes Kekana. Problem, Rulani is worried about Chiefs. So what I'm seeing is that they've asked him to start playing the ball out. And in the first half, he got caught out twice, I think it was, playing a ball into the midfield, almost got caught out now. Right, so I think that he's been suspect with his passing. Like that passing they're asking him to do. I don't know if it's a new tactic. I don't know if they're changing that. Alenda and Shalulile off. It's Kekana and Zungu on. That's what I mean by him being suspect in the passing. It's kind of like if you ever watched Arsenal when we had Leno and Arteta was asking him to pass the ball out, like to play the ball instead of kicking it up. And there was just a bit of, what do you call it? We were nervous when he tried to play the ball out. And right there, there's been a few balls where Ronwen, those passes looked suspect. That's what I mean. Williams has always played like that. I don't know about that. I don't believe he's always played like that. It's a change of tactic. Like, it's the thing I told you in the beginning of the game. He's been told, for example, don't pass to the centre backs. Ronwen used to be, from what I've seen, he used to be a safety keeper. Like, give it to the centre back, then the centre back has the responsibility to build with it. I don't know if it's because what's his name, Patul is now playing there at the back, but if you watch the way he's been playing here, he's been going directly to the left and right backs, even when there's no pressure, but also he's been going directly inside to the DMs type thing, right? So in that passing, he's been looking suspect. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's because it's a new thing that Sundowns is trying or something that Rulani wants to implement, but he hasn't been watched. Okay, they're going to play it long, obviously, they're under pressure, but that's where I mean suspect. I don't mean suspect as in him as a goalkeeper, but Sekhukhune could have taken advantage of that a few times. Williams equals De Gea. Last season, try to recall why did an Ahly coach said last season that he's a modern keeper. So because of that game, now he's used to play like that. Sundowns must do something with Rulani when it's still early. Rulani can't coach Sundowns. Ow, Frank, you're being frank. Give him time, man. Give him time, I'm not one to get on top of coaches very early, right? Even Unteki, there are questions, but I'm also like, give him time. I can't criticize too much because I've said I don't even know what he's going to do. So I think Rulani, the only thing I'll say is that the expectations are a bit higher because the example I used in the afternoon, I was like, if you know where the fridge is and you know where the cutlery is, you know where the sink is, you know everything about this place, I'm expecting you to cook me something good. Whereas if somebody's coming blind and they don't know what to do, then maybe. So the expectations might be higher, but it's too early for me to really have an idea, an opinion. Like, for example, some of the things we've seen here where it's like helicopter football, rushed game, bypassing the midfield, all of that stuff. We're only going to know game 3 if that is exactly how Rulani wants to play. And do not be funny. If that is how Sundowns wants to play, my disappointment in Rulani wouldn't be that he's bad or whatever. It would be that if he does that, it would be that he's fallen under the spell. So there's a certain thing when people take over as coach where they start getting scared and they start playing safe. And I'd imagine that this would be Rulani's version of safe, right? Sundowns' version of safe, if it was the pattern. So we look at a coach like Atazwane. Atazwane, everybody said that he puts the ball on the ground. He likes to put the ball on the ground. He likes to play ball. He likes to knock the ball around and things like that. That's what they saw at MTC. But you know what happens, now, when the pressure's on you and it's lit, then you start thinking, you know what, guys, let's play a helicopter. It's safer. You don't have to commit too many people up. You don't have to break your shape that much. So let's hope that he doesn't fall under that thing, because I want to see exciting things from Orlando. I want to see some exciting things, you know. There we go. First win of the Rulani era is 2-1 to Sundowns. Sundowns take that match. Let's have some post-match. Let's have some post-match chat about this. There's not that much to write home about, to be honest with you. Full time. 2-1, 3 points in the bag. Sekhukhune went down to 10 men very early, but they'd already conceded a penalty by that point. Sundowns then went on to score a secondary goal, make it 2-1. Then there was another red card, and yeah. So like I said, guys, you know, I was speaking to who was it? Ubatanda. Something like that. I was speaking to him now, saying that we must bet way. Maybe we must bet way together, because I said 2-1. I don't see too much changing in the game. No time for Rulani, bro. Do you still remember the last games last season? It was something else. Can't paste the link of the Moroka coach praising Williams for his ball playing. I hear you. I'm saying we watched the match right now, and his ball playing didn't look very good. He was suspect in this match, but again, Tebogo Mokoena was suspect in this match, very, very suspect in this match. A lot of the Sundowns passes weren't finding their way. So again, I think we'll only know in like match 3 whether this is the tactic that Rulani is playing with, that he wants to play with, or if it's just something they were doing for this match, you know. The pitch looks nice though, well-deserved end-to-end football. We got the prediction. Why are all the cameras on Rulani? It's his first game, Lirat. It's a superstar, man. It's fatigue from the Netherlands, bro. And difference between average and high-tempo game. Sundowns will struggle this season. Poor performance. Squena did bad refereeing, unfair. Mokoena 8 fouls, no yellow card. Hey, let me not get too deep into that, because let's see, guys. Let's have our post-match get together so we can just discuss what we saw in this game. Okay, let me just make sure everybody's on. Let me read some of the comments now. These last 2 comments. Sundowns will now top until they have games in hand when CAF Champions League begins. Remember, they're still going to play Super League too. Weber doesn't deserve man of the match. Nah, he doesn't. But anyway, it wasn't the fireworks we expected, or, you know, we thought would happen, or people thought would happen. What did you think of the game overall?
Which I can't go to because I'm here. So
it was an okay game. The guys are still trying to find each other. A bit of a slow tempo. Sekhukhune started very well with that high press, where they even forced Williams to making some mistakes. But after that red card, they had to now change the formation and, you know, change the approach of the game. Had to deal with that left side overload. I think Modiba tried his best, but most of the time when he had the ball, he was isolated.
Yeah.
Which shows that also in terms of fitness, the guys are not really sharp, because with that left side overload where they got the goal, I think every time Modiba was in possession of the ball, he had to have 2 options. Tebogo Tembazwane playing closer to him, you know, instead of playing too far apart, and now he had to rely on whipping in crosses, and he's not the best cross of the ball for me, you know. But it's the first game, but I'm still not convinced. I saw the new signing.
Ribeiro. I was going to ask you, how do you feel about it?
Sold. Nah, I'm not sold. You know.
But to be fair, he didn't have much to do.
He didn't have much to do, but I'm a fan of Neo Maema. because I've seen him from Celtics, I've seen him grow. I know what he's capable of, and I don't think that guy is capable of bench Mendieta. I think also we saw a glimpse of him. He's really good. Yeah, Maseko needs to work on his final pass. It's maybe he'll improve, he'll get better. But yeah, I'm not even sure what Sundowns are trying to do this season. They were still experimenting today, trying to also maybe add some minutes to some of their players. Debo Mukone, you can see physically he's very fit, but I think mentally he's a bit fatigued, after playing the Champions League, now traveling to Europe, playing those number of games and having to travel back. I think it took its toll, but yeah, hopefully they go and recharge and come back better.
Okay.
Yeah, what's a Sekhukhune? You can see that they're really working hard. They'll be a difficult team to beat this season.
Do you think the game is different if it were not for that red card?
Definitely. Sundowns were not sharp at all. And I think Sekhukhune came there to say we're gonna bring the game to Sundowns. We're gonna play them. We're not gonna give them any respect. They will force us into mistakes, but we're not gonna give them a chance to play. Sundowns found it very difficult to play their Shushana and piano football. Every time they were forced to go wide and to go and play those crosses. So Sekhukhune, you can see they did some really good work during the preseason, and I think even this year, they're gonna be a team that to watch. They're going to be a very difficult opponent, and had it not been for that red card, I think we could have seen a draw, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I feel like I didn't see enough going forward. Agent 007, how did you feel about the first game of the Rulani era? Well, not the first game of the era, but first game of him being fully in control of the era.
Yeah, I think maybe we should start by opening a church together, and we'll call it overthinking ministries. I'll be judge of the finances. Yeah, I think now because I've won, I can be a bit harsh, a bit harsh. Player-wise, he got it wrong.
Okay.
You cannot have AB, Libuisa, Kotsia. Too slow, too lethargic, and then you bring in an Emukwena again. Not Mukwena, I mean Mutiba. Sorry. That's a slow midfield and defense, I think perhaps that's why maybe, what do you call him? Williams was also trying to bypass them because they're very slow on the ball, They're very good on the ball, but very slow, So I think he got it wrong. I think he should never try that again. I'm thankful that Gautier got that red card because it wasn't it. And let me go to the red card. Sometimes I don't know how players think. At Sundowns, you miss 2 games, 3 games, you're gone.
You're done, yeah.
So why retaliate and receive such kind of stupid red card?
You could even see in his face, he understands that that could be my chance gone.
Yeah, he knows he's messed up,
And didn't he just get back into the team?
Yeah, he just got back from an injury, and we know he might get injured in training.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm very disappointed by him. Very disappointed. I think for a senior player, for someone who's been struggling with injuries, I expected better, I mean, in such kind of game, we could say maybe, maybe next game, I'm not an Mvala fan, but next game, maybe people would say, let me put Mvala and AB and then play Kotsia again. Let's see how he'd play, because he's a very good player, I think the Kotsia role is what we have at Barcelona, the De Jong role, a deep flying midfield, who when we have possession, he draws back on the centre back, gets past the ball, and then can give to Allende and so on and other stuff. So, but I'm very disappointed by him. But they were very slow.
But I want to ask you a question on that. On the point of having Ukutsia becoming like he's the deep lying midfielder. why do you then have him, you have Mokwena, you have Zwane, you have Allender, but then we see the ball going wide? What informs that decision? Because for me, they had too many ball players to not be ball playing.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's, I suspected, like we would see in the second game, but for me, it became an issue of a red card case kind of thing, where you're saying, you know what, let's try and counter the team. Let's try and get to the final third as quick as possible. The midfield is packed, the centre back is packed, so let's go try go wide. So I don't think that's the way they're playing. But and though they were suspect, I think they were suspect. Williams passes. I think we're gonna be seeing more of those. Maybe I've been seeing a different Williams, so maybe people are saying there's different football on different channels. I don't know, but Williams has always been a press-resistant keeper. Maybe not so long. The long passes that we know of Sekhukhune and stuff, but he's always been a good passing football keeper. So I think we are going to be seeing an Onana kind of keeper now. Like if you look at Ederson is a good playing football a keeper. He plays those balls, but he doesn't play those penetrating passes. So I think if there's a reinvention in Williams, is maybe in that aspect of saying, let's have him play those through balls and
or maybe it's rust. Maybe it could just be rust. Maybe it's just post-game jitters, and then they'll get over it.
I think with Williams, with the passes, the way if you could see how many times he attempted it, I think that one was intentional, because he was trying to go through kill a pass from the back. I think that's what he was trying to do, but we'll see if it'll work, though. We'll see if it'll work. Yeah.
And then, how do you feel about your Ribeiro? He got his goal. What do you think of your debutant? Let's talk about Ribeiro and Masego, let's say.
I'm impressed by Masego. I'm impressed. There are players that, when you watch a team, you can say, okay, this boy is good, but you're not focusing on them, I think now I saw how good Masego is, Once he came in, my opinion was, let's try and bring Mendieta and Billy, so that we can be fast. But once you took out Modiba and brought Masego, he became fast all of a sudden. So I think I'm very impressed by Masego. I think he's going to give Modiba a run for his money.
Ribeiro?
Ribeiro, I think a lukewarm debut. We saw his brilliance and flashes. I'm impressed by his drop of the shoulder and quick acceleration. I think there was a pass where he just dropped the shoulder and then accelerated quickly. So I think, and conversion-wise, looks good. I think he had 5 shots, or 5 shots or 3 shots, and 2 on target. So impressed by that also. So I think he's good. He's good. Yeah.
Okay. Let me bring in Malume Kutso. Tell me what you saw in that match.
Hey, Mr. OT. Yeah, no, actually, Chiefs have a chance.
Chiefs? You don't even think Pirates?
No. I can replay against Sundowns next game Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got a chance. I think you can actually win it, having watched today's game. And there's a discussion we had at a time, Yako FIFA.
Yeah.
I saw the Moroccan guy chow something like 3 minutes for a throw in. I was like, no, you need FIFA things here. This guy, why he's drinking it. So I'm with FIFA. They must add 15 minutes. These guys better rob. For me, what was shocking is the switching of wings, Samaseko. Because it was working. They had found a loophole that they could use. I mean, why not go for 5-0? Why balance the game? Clearly, Balahlile ka mo right back. Wanga balandi kwana one way. I mean, it's a win. I want winning in principle. Now it's just 2-1. you've just balanced the game and you've gotten a red card. And I must confess, I didn't see the red card because there was mob justice just outside, so I had to go see what's happening. So I left for like 5 no, no, beating someone just outside my house. So I had to make sure there's no blood here because policemen will be coming back and forth.
No,
So
it was
just
stupid.
with
It
that,
was stupid. It was stupid. It was retaliation. Like he fell over, kicked out, and then Bamunza.
I think he doesn't like playing football. He always finds ways to make sure he doesn't play. But and then I'm not sure. The situation with the left back position, is it temporary? Because that guy, if he gets someone who's quick, they're gonna skin him alive. If he gets a Pulemodi, he won't survive. And if his cover, okay, now he's out. If his cover would have been Rivaldo Kutsie, it was over for Sundowns.
Yeah.
So what I'm seeing right now is what I saw at Pirates, where out of the blue, Kabelo Dlamini is getting first starting lineup. Kanakibo Mang, some odd players are playing, and our main characters are on the bench. So I what I thought was just maybe jealousy from me. I think it's coming to fruition, or Rulani is going to mess it up. I'm sorry.
So what were your thoughts about Ribeiro, Masego, even Mendieta, who came in towards the end? What did you think of their debuts?
Ribeiro and Masego, they share something special, especially Ribeiro. He shares something special with player of the season, the real player of the season, Saleng, in that he wants to score.
Yeah.
Every time he's on the ball, he wants to score. Passing is second option for him. And he will drop the shoulder to see, can I get a chance? If there's no chance, then he might consider passing. And I forgot to say, the way Mukweda was playing, you could see where he felt guilty. The guilt is killing him. He must just hand over the award. He'll be fine. He'll play with much more ease. He won't have a point to prove. He won't have a point to prove. And then gonna keep Masego explosive. I love him. I'm happy that he's actually playing, and it's good for the national team. We need that player, that type of player coming off the bench for Bafana in games as well, versus Morocco, versus Nigeria, where you can just unleash an unknown youngster who is very brave. I mean, he came in there, even on the right, where I felt he was better on the left, but even on the right, he was still taking on a defender. Tia, what a horrible player. I don't know how she's produced that guy. That guy, Ofushula Polo, a shot. But anyway, cheese product. What do we expect?
No.
So
The shots, Mara, the shots. Hey.
Mendieta, I didn't see much of him. I think it went to the point that you asked. How are you playing so many people who play the same position all at once? You had Boma 3 10s at some point, or you have Boma 4 10s. Depends how you see Allende. But I know. No.
Okay.
The innovation, the innovative side needs to chill a bit.
Okay, no, I hear you. Ushida Coffee. How are you doing? Irvin. Okay, I'm gonna then just jump in. Look, it's the first game of the season. Let's be honest with ourselves. The first game of the season, you can't expect too much. I think my expectation personally was born from thinking that Rulani would come out and want to be all guns blazing in order to stamp his authority very early. But you could tell that the Sundowns team is a bit lethargic. You could tell that Sundowns team may be tired in some cases. And there were some instructions that you can tell they were given that I don't want to question too much because it's only the first game. We'll only know if this is a season thing as the season goes along. Maybe game 2 or 3, we'll understand what Rulani is trying to do with this team, right? So for me, what I was looking at was number one, it seemed very conservative. So it seemed as though Rulani was going, you know what, guys, let's play it safe. Let's see the game out. They weren't extremely dominant to that degree, even after the red card, right? So I think Rulani wanted to just temper expectations and say to guys, you know what, guys, just relax. It's okay. Let's see out this game. Some of the things that we saw tactically, new questions that are being asked. So, for example, playing Uronwin, not giving the ball to the centre backs and playing long balls, long on the floor balls to the DMs. Could have been caught out a few times, was caught out once. So Sekhukhune couldn't take advantage of it. So maybe, I don't know if it feels like it was getting an instruction that was given to him to do that. But we'll see as the season goes along. What shocked me also was that it was very helicopter football-y. In as much as they did ask Alenda and Uzwane to go to the wings, and help out on the wings, more often than not, it ended in a cross or a high ball, Again, it feels like it was an instruction because Abu Shalulile were then ready for that second ball when Sekhukhune couldn't clear or whatever. So it's going to be interesting to see if they go play with that, because as somebody who's supposed to carry the Chiefs, that's pretty much the football that we watch, right? And it's not something that Sundowns does normally. It feels like a safe game. It feels like I get the ball, I play it out wide, we go all the way down to the byline, we cross it in. It's almost like we've ticked the box. I believe Pirates used to do something similar with the player. I'm forgetting the player, but where it's like, as long as I've crossed the ball at the end of the day, we can tick the box. And it's not necessarily the football that we want to see from Sundowns. Sundowns is usually shining piano, very strong centrally, very strong combinations. They play the ball. But today, it felt as though the instruction was, no, guys, just push all the way up and then see what you do on the wings and cross it in. So it's going to be interesting to watch. Especially because Rulani is usually an outspoken person who's out there. I think maybe it might be a sign of growth, maybe that he played a bit safer this time, but we have yet to see how that's going to play out. I'm not going to stay too long after the matches. I just want to read some of the comments and then I can close. Sundowns now will top the league. Let's see. Sundowns are winning the league again. Chiefs will be number 4 this season. Only if you played soccer, you would understand that it's heated in there. Sundowns play position soccer, slow players. Does not matter what fan of Sundowns is this. At Sundowns, you don't do that. Esh Kutzea. Look at Bucket, defense, midfield, and defense. Second game is Chiefs. Buccaneers, we got a date tomorrow. Yes, I'll be here tomorrow for the Buccaneers match. But if you force Williams to play long and fight for the second ball, you have a chance at beating Sundowns, which is also true. That was done to pin the other fullback. I hear you, but then what are your priorities? Are your priorities to play to your player's strengths, or your priorities to alter how you play to pin the left back, but then not have the same effectiveness that Sundowns usually has? That's the question you ask the real player of the season. Please don't count Chiefs' game as a second game. Coach Rulani is a coward. Wow, Yamgele. Sundowns will win the league. When playing a red-carded team, you must be cautious. Sundowns played well. Mudau, he was supposed to receive the second yellow card for pulling Sekhukhune player. Banyana upcoming games, we're going to do that Sunday, 4 a.m. They're playing. Agent 007, okay, no, say something quickly.
I think football aside and football rivalries aside, I think I wanted to say this in the beginning. I just forgot. I think I want to pay my condolences to Pulemodi's mother, I believe. He passed away today.
Condolences. Wow.
Yeah.
No, thank you for bringing that in. I didn't know. Condolences to the Modi family. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you haven't followed, please follow.
Agent, gents.
Hey, guys.
I'm sorry. I just want to say, Williams has been playing those passes. Check the Al Ahly game where he fizzed the ball into the middle. It's nothing new.
Okay.
I was saying the same thing to those guys. They don't believe me.
Hi, man. There's something different, but it's fine. We'll carry on watching. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Other than the lives that I'm going to do watch-alongs for the big matches. So we're going to do Pirates tomorrow, 8 p.m. And then we're going to do Chiefs on Sunday. And then also Banyana, 4 a.m. on Sunday. So join me for that. Other than that, I also go live Monday to Friday, 12:30 in the afternoon. And then also Monday to Wednesday at 8 p.m. All of the lives, including the watch-alongs, are available on Facebook. And other footballing content. So follow the Facebook page as well. I beg of you, follow this page and the Facebook page, and the YouTube page as well. I'm very close to monetization, so please help me out in that regard. But thank you so much to the panel. We'll see how the Rulani era continues in the coming weeks. But yeah, so like I said, we're going to do this one. We're going to do Pirates tomorrow, and then Banyana and Chiefs on Sunday. I'll see you guys then on Monday, 12:30. Oh, tomorrow, and then probably live on Monday. Facebook. Let me see, guys. I'm sorry. Let me read these comments quickly. Let's see. Alenda Modiba, Sundowns can't do this way again this season. Sekhukhune is nowhere to be seen. I'm glad to see Jamie Webber didn't score a brace, because then Sundowns would have signed him before the transfer window closes, just to punish Sekhukhune. Before this week, I said that Sundowns won't win the league this season, but then Sundowns made a game-changing signing. Batusi Albas is a game-changing signing. Sundowns badly needed a physically imposing and ball-playing defensive mid, and they finally got the monster in Batusi Albas. I've been watching him for years. This guy is quality. They must just let him settle in this DM position, and then you will see that this guy is the top-class footballer. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch, because obviously very deep squad. But what I saw today was a bit shocking, because they had all the quality in the world in the middle, but chose not to play there. They were like, no, we're not going to give these guys work. We're going to instead overload Alenda and Zwane with work, extra work, instead of letting them play to their strengths. So we'll see what happened. They got the win in the end, but if this is how he's going to play, he's going to need a very strong DM. And I think that Tebogo Mokoena should then be watching out for his position, because if Batusi Obas can play that a lot better, Mokoena, as shaky as he's been towards the end of last season, and then also now in this match, again, I don't want to put too much on it. It's the first match, but we'll see what happens then. But thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Thank you. I know, Raymond, you're always with me. Thank you so much for the support. It really does mean a lot to me. But I'll see you guys then tomorrow for the Pirates match at 8.